Good morning. It's Monday again, and I have a couple of things that I want to share with you today. First of all, I want to tell you about this easel die. It's been out for a little while, and I've had it, but I just kind of ignored it, and I decided to get it out this weekend and play around with it. And it's really a nice die. I cut some chipboard and cut this easel out, and this is a 5x7 canvas board, and it really, make sure you can see this, it really makes a really nice sturdy stand for it, and makes so you're able to display it really well. And I cut a few out of just plain cardstock, and I found that it really works really well to mount a tag. You know, a lot of times we ask about how to display tags. Well, you can put a cardstock easel on the back and display the tags. This one I got for my birthday by Carolyn Bosley, and I just love it. Okay, and then you can also take an ATC. I got this from Cat and Chetta in a card swap. And so what I did with this one, I know it's a little bit hard to see against this black, but what I did with this one is, you know, I folded it and then I cut the top off of it, and then I'm going to put it on this ATC, and you can display an ATC this way. So if you have this die, or if you've been thinking about getting it, I would get one, because it really is very useful. Okay, I'm going to pull those out of the way for now. And one other die that I hesitated to get for a while because I didn't think I'd use it because I have lace. Well, I got it, and I used some coordinations strips and cut out these lace pieces. I haven't poked out all of the holes yet, but you could do that quite easily. I have a piercer, and then all you do is pierce those holes and you get something really lacy looking. And another thing that I read about is that you can take the Tim Holtz tissue tape and cut these laces out of the tissue tape, and I think that's a pretty cool idea. I can't remember whose blog I saw it on. If I can remember, I will be sure to post it, but I have to look that up. So the other thing that I wanted to show you today is I've got this little 5x7 canvas board, and if you notice that on this one, a friend of mine in my decorative painters chapters, it's a national organization for decorative painters. In my chapter, a friend of mine named Susie Smith showed us how to do this with napkins. And you know, you may already know how to do this because it's a craft that has been done for decades. But you know, it's really simple, and if you've got the kids at home with you this summer and you want to do something with them, you can do something really easily. Now, I've got this napkin. It's a Barbie napkin, and I've also got this one that's pretty cool. It's black and pink, and this one I have taken off the backing off of it, so where it's just one layer. The Barbie napkin, I still have the extra layers on it. And I'm just going to gently pull this apart. Susie shared with me that if you put a piece of masking tape kind of rolled up, stick one to each one of your thumbs, you can separate these layers very easily that way. This one seems to be coming off pretty easily, so we'll just do this. Okay, then what you want to do is decide which part of the napkin you want to be your focal point. Let me make sure that everything's on camera. Okay. And I want Barbie, of course, to be my focal point here. And then you're going to take a paintbrush. Any paintbrush will do. And dip it in some water. Let me move this out from under. You want to dip it in some water, and you want to wet your napkin around the area that you want to be your focal point. Okay? Then you're just going to very gently separate. Doing this way, rather than cutting it, leaves very ragged edges, and that ends up blending in a lot better. So then you're going to take your surface, and I'm going to take some decoupage by Americana Deco Art, and I'm going to squeeze it out on here. I'm going to take another brush, take a large brush, and I'm going to spread it. Got more than I need. I'm going to spread it across the entire surface. Then I'm going to lay my napkin down over my surface, and then I'm going to paint this decoupage right over top. And you want to, you want to be careful you don't dig a hole like I just did, but I think I can mask that pretty well. And you want to go from the center out so that you can minimize wrinkling. And then you're going to let that dry, and you can fold the extras around the edges, and then later when it's dry, that will just come right off. Or, it may come off now, but you don't want to tear it. And then if necessary, you can later also go over it with a craft knife. Okay. You want to be careful not to touch it, because you can lose your corners that way. Alright, let me wipe this up now so that it doesn't dry on my surface. This is a black craft mat. So it cleans up very easily. And when that dries, it will dry clear the way this one did. And then you can embellish it. I put 3 gold charms on this. But you can embellish it like down here in this corner. I could put a really cute button. Hang on, and I'll get one. Okay, now this little set of embellishments, can't really remember when I got them, but I think this would work very well for this. So I could put a nice little button down here, and if I just stick it on there right now with this same decoupage, then I wouldn't really need any glue. But if that doesn't work for you, then you can always get some glue and glue it on. Glossy accents would be a good choice. Alright, got a little too much glue right there coming through the buttonholes, but let's just soak that up. And it will dry clear. Alright, and I have some black lace and some pink lace, and I think it would be fun to put this black lace on here, but also, here, let's make sure that you're seeing. Okay, but also, if you don't have this black lace set, you can come back to the laces that we cut from the lace die, poke out all of the little holes, poke this one, and you can lay this right on there, and you can use that for your lace as well. And if you use this, then you can pretty well customize your colors. And then you can put your easel die on the back and present it to a favorite little girl. Or you can, you can find napkins in all of the party stores. I still have that little hole there. Not sure what I would use to cover that up because it's kind of in the center. But I have 3 little rhinestones here, and I think what I could do is put one there and one here, and bling up her whole arm, and that would disguise the hole. So you can have fun with these. I have a little crown that you could put there. I think I like this one better for Princess. And the other napkin that I had, you can use that, and if you have a room that you have decorated in pink and black, and you could set that on your surface and then put a big pink floral embellishment or some other type of embellishment in the front on top to be a focal point. So you can really do a lot of different things with all the napkins that you can find, and they're very, very cheap. You can go to dollar stores and get them very cheaply and have a lot of fun with that. So thanks for joining me on this Monday morning, and take your kids that you've got at home that are saying, I'm bored, I don't know what to do, and find some napkins and some inexpensive canvas boards. You can buy these 3 to a pack for under $2 just about anywhere, and have fun with your kids while they're home. Have a good week. Bye.